We really need to talk more about how stressful it is to become a YouTuber, to find your own voice, to not be another copycat, but to still...
Hi Superpower, my name is Miljana Monic. I live in Brooklyn, New York with my husband, and I am sharing with you my journey as a first-generation immigrant of creating a life beyond my wildest dreams. So you will be seeing some unusual and then some more usual perspectives and life experiences.
Hi Chupidines. Today, and I think this is not straight. Today I want to make a video which I feel like a lot of people don't do. We have all these videos online about how to create a routine, how to, stay consistent, how to do all these things. And I've been making videos now. I'm like getting emotional. I don't know why I wasn't emotional before starting to film. And I've been consistent with making my videos. Of course, I've been struggling to really find and express that which I feel in here, and I have it and in here, but like out there it just is not coming out. So what I've been doing is I've been just trying to have fun, and anything that I find myself able to do and I'm inspired, I just do it and I share it online. I just started like last week, or this weekend specifically, doing like mini vlogs, like short videos, which I'm actually enjoying so much. Didn't think I would. In fact, I wanted to do it a long time ago, maybe about a year ago, but I just didn't have the emotional and the mental capacity to do it because I've been doing so much work on myself. I would say for the past, like, consistently starting therapy and doing weekly work on myself, sometimes daily. I think most of the time is daily, but just to be more realistic, in the beginning I didn't do it daily, I did it like weekly, and then it increased with time as I saw progress, as I saw myself do better. And even so, I'm far from being perfect, or far from not having bad days, far from not feeling depressed sometimes, and more than anything I think stressed and overwhelmed, which is what gets me going to the other side. And I've been doing these live videos on Instagram where I talk with one of my college colleagues, friend, a career coach, and we're doing these weekly lives every week where we share some tips, either around purpose. Last time we did was around purpose and how to create your purpose. And what I really want to keep this vlog around is there's so much pressure, and I know it's a really good thing if you can find a routine, if you can be consistent, if you can find a niche and really work with that niche and know how to do it. Because what I've struggled with, and it's funny, actually Alex said this to me, the career coach, I do lives with her. She said to me, why do you have to be so perfect? And I've kind of known that for a while, at least for a few years or longer, and I've been exploring to see where am I perfect. And then I kind of felt like, oh, I'm not really being perfect because I make a lot of mistakes, or certain things I don't do them well, or like things like that, or I make an error, or information is wrong sometimes. Like it's rare, but it happens. And I'm like, but if I was perfect, I wouldn't be making all these errors. Which is, the truth is that when you're trying to be perfect, it doesn't mean that you don't make errors. It doesn't mean that your perfection is on every little thing. There are just certain things that I focus on, and I think one of those things is I don't want to be another copycat. I don't want to create content that's already made out there, and I think that's where I kind of fail, because I'm trying to really find my way of expressing, and I know that some of the information will inevitably repeat itself because we're human beings, and the truth is we all do things for pretty much the same reasons. We want to have a community, want to be loved, respected, love our careers, our family to love us, and have that family, community, friends. All those things really make us equal, and the bottom line is that we are really all the same in the core. And I think that not many YouTubers really talk about this part of just struggle, I've had a migraine for the past few days, and usually my migraines are not really strong. Like if I take about, sometimes even 300 milligrams or 250 milligrams, I think is the usual pill, that would work. And then if I take 500 milligrams, which is a lot stronger, extra strength, then my migraine would go away. But the last few days, that hasn't been the case. I've literally taken 500 milligrams Tylenol, which I can only take Tylenol at this time, and my migraine is not going away. It's just really strong, and I'm just like trying to see where my stress comes in. Like, I had to be stressed, and what I do when I'm stressed, like I kind of don't breathe normal or regular, because I know a lot of the migraines are associated with oh, you're dehydrated, but I actually drink plenty of water, and I do know that even if I drink plenty of water, I might still be hydrated, blah, blah, blah. But one thing that I discovered in the past few years is that if I'm stressed, I kind of don't breathe normal or regular. Like, my breathing gets shallow, and then I tend to get migraines, and this is not proven medically or any way. This is just my analysis of myself. And I was thinking, I'm like, I didn't think of that right away. So I'm like, what is it that I'm really stressed about? And I was like, I'm stressed about because I had a job recently, then I got a new job, and that job didn't work out. So now I'm looking for work, but before I used to like rush into and just get any job just so I can survive. And I've been doing that for so many years. And I've been working on this project, and especially in my business. In my business, there are moments when it was doing super well. So I'm like, okay, like, what am I doing well? Like, what am I doing wrong to not connect to that part that is doing well in my business? And for me to struggle and to consistently be looking for things somewhere else rather than dealing with that and connecting to the potential that I have and the skills that I have, because I have so many skills. I'm just a really bad salesperson. Like, I suck at selling myself and breaking that confidence in. And after doing so many years of work, I'm just like, why am I still dealing with this? Like, how long am I gonna deal with this? I'm just like getting so emotional. And I was just eating a liver paste. I wasn't even emotional. I just thought, why don't they just film this part? Because it's raw and it's present in the moment. And I think that this is the part that we really need to talk about more. And that is the struggle for us to get consistent. Have I got consistent? This past year, I've got quite consistent. Like, I share a short video, which was my goal to do at majority of the week. So I usually do like 5 to 6 days. I share a short video, and it has helped me tremendously to learn about editing, to feel better at expressing. I really think that the lives that I'm doing with Alex and trying to collaborate with other creators, I constantly reach out to new other creators that I know to collaborate with them, is all because I've been working really hard, even though I don't know how I want to express. I know who I want to be in this world. I just don't know how to get to my end goal. I'm just taking action, right? And one thing about growing a YouTube channel, if you want to go my route, meaning like you really want to find yourself and find the unique way of being. And if you don't really know what that is, then it's just trial and error. And I'm just like tired, and I just feel like I don't even know what I feel, because I'm not giving up. Like, I know I'm not going to give up. Like, that is no question about it. Like, I am not giving up in any way. And I've been wanting to actually share this part behind the scenes, and that I feel like not many creators do. And I haven't really known how to do it. Excuse me. I don't really know how to do it. Like, if you want to be a YouTuber, and if you had so much trauma in your life, and I know I've seen YouTubers who also got through a really hard time and they didn't deal with that part, and then some of them even committed suicide. It's just really hard, because when you put videos out there, people can be really harsh. I've experienced it in a small amount, but I've experienced it, and I'm so grateful to have done the work that I do, because those comments barely impacted me. Actually, like, there was like a tiny little impact, and I was actually very kind to respond back. I responded with very kindness, and I know I responded with kindness because I've worked on myself, and those things didn't trigger me. It didn't spiral me down into a really dark place. I just quite the opposite, like, saw the person on the other side dealing with something, and therefore they were taking it on me. But to keep this video on track, because I know I'm talking about so many things and I don't think it's on track anymore. Right now, I've been consistent, right? Like, and I'm now working at a moment, and while I'm looking for work, I literally spend majority of my time just learning by watching YouTube videos, editing. I edit my own videos, which actually really take a long time. Experimenting with new things, like this mini vlog that I started. Honestly, this mini vlog, if I started a year ago, would have probably taken me 2 days just to edit that short video. And not just that, but like to think of the things that I would film, because I was so closed off. Like, I just couldn't think of anything. Like, nothing in my life seemed interesting. Nothing in my life seemed shareable. You know, I'm not one of those influencers who every single weekend are going out, doing something fun. In fact, most of my time is really focused around me finding my voice and being well. Like, now when I go out, because I've been taking my time away and off from all of that pressure of like, go out, have fun, do this is cool, that's cool, you get invited over here, you get invited over there. I feel like because I've taken away from that, I've healed, and now when I go out, I actually enjoy. Like, this weekend, I went dancing with my husband, and I enjoyed it so much. It's been such a long time since I've had such a fun. And one really cool thing that happened, which I was going to record like a little video. Sometimes I do that when I have really big breakthroughs in my life. I film a short video, and maybe I'll film that for the vlog. I'm gonna leave that because I don't want to make this video super long. But I think we really need to talk more about how stressful it is to become a YouTuber, to find your own voice, to not be another copycat, but to still do the work, because I know that the information I'm probably gonna share, it's not gonna be some completely new invented stuff, but it's going to be, and it is, from my own experience. It is my life. It is the way I go through things. It is the way I heal. It is the way I am creating the dream life. And this is the part that I don't think people talk about. Like, they don't show the struggle behind the scenes. And I've been wanting to find a way to share that. And I think this video is taking me in the right direction. and I didn't expect to get so emotional, but I did, maybe because I've been holding it in for the past few days, or way longer than that. So yeah, I hope that you join me on this journey as I find my self-expression and create the self-expression so I can inspire you, motivate you, and for you to understand and to be okay with the challenges that you go in your life. If you happen to be hard on yourself like I am, I'm really hard on myself, and something that I'm learning to just like ease off and be okay with where I am and what I have. Though this video might not seem like it, I'm actually doing really well. I'm doing really well in a sense where if you met me about 10 years ago, I would have been way worse. So it's a really big progress. But like I said before, even though I've made this big progress, things are not just gone and I'm not dealing with them anymore. They're still here. They're just in a different level, a different perspective. And yeah. For any of you who don't know me, I'm actually my name is Miljana, and Miljana Monic to be specific, that's what my channel is under and all my social media. And I'm actually going to today, I think I'm going to create an intro for this channel because things have changed. I have 2 channels. One is around interviews and like a podcast where I interview other entrepreneurs and other people with their own personal projects. And this channel, I want to keep it personal, more relatable to me, and sharing my journey so that you don't give up on yours, because things get really, really hard sometimes. And especially when we start something new, especially when we do something out of the ordinary, there's rarely any guidance. And I know there's more guidance now. Like becoming a YouTuber, there's a lot more videos now, there's a lot more guidance, but even with all of that guidance, it's so overwhelming, and I've had a really hard time taking that information and fitting it into my life so it works for me. It honestly, majority of the stuff has not worked for me. So this is really what I want to share this channel about, and I need to create an intro so that people know who I'm talking about, because the last few videos that I shared, I literally added no intro, which is from my trip to Atlantic City. But yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know if I'm going to edit this video. I might just leave it exactly as it is, which is what I'm thinking to do. Raw, real, in the moment. And yeah, subscribe, like, follow, and comment below. Are you struggling with something? Excuse me. Are you struggling with something in your life right now? Because I think everybody struggles with something. Like, that's how life is. There's always something. Even when you have majority of stuff figured out, like a little thing shows up there and it rocks your whole world. So I'd love to hear from you, and thank you for being with me. Bye, Chippy Beans. I'll see you soon in another video.